Potassium, B vitamins, that's a must, but if you're like me, putting it all together can be overwhelming. Dawn Jackson Blattner is a published author and a registered dietitian and sports nutritionist who specializes in powerful nutrition, and she joins us now on Ohio Sports Magazine. Good morning.
Oh, my goodness. Good morning. Thanks so much for having me, and happy summer.
Happy summer to you. Before we get into food, Dawn, let's discuss something that's very important, and that's hydration. Why is hydration so important, and how do we know that we're properly hydrated?
Yes, you are so right that food is so important, but also that hydration can make or break you, especially in the hot summer. We are losing sweat, and we need to replace that with water and even electrolytes so that we're able to stay focused, stay energized, and really stay active longer because we are hydrated.
It is really hot in Ohio this summer. So what are the critical nutrients that Ohioans need to help us stay healthy amidst all this heat? I mean, we're talking mid-90s and high humidity.
Yeah. You know what? I know. It's been hot here. I'm in Chicago. It's been so hot here. The biggest thing is people are forgetting to fuel before their fun. You know, I think a lot of times athletes think about, oh, yeah, I need to eat right. I need to hydrate. But you're just going for a bike ride. You're just going for pickleball. You're just going to jump rope. I don't need anything special. No, you do. You really, really do need something special. And that's where sports nutrition can come in. So, you know, you were asking, what do you need? So you need 4 basic things to stay, you know, really fueled for all of that fun. You're going to need carbs. They give you energy. You're going to need protein. That's for muscle. You're going to need electrolytes because you lose those in sweat. That's like sodium and potassium in particular. And then we talked about already, you're going to need hydration. So if you put those 4 things together in snacks before and after you work out, the energy that you have will totally change. You'll have so much more energy because you're treating your activities more like sports nutrition, which is the right thing to do.
Now, you said the word snack, which happens to be my favorite word in the English language. How do you know when to eat when it comes to athletics? Because sometimes you need the fuel, but, well, you have a heavy meal before you go out to play tennis or go for a jog, and it just weighs you down.
Oh, my goodness. You are so right. So first off, one of my favorite foods to fuel all of this summer activity, all this summer fun, are Natural Delights Medjool dates. And the reason why is because they are naturally energizing. They have no added sugar. They have fiber, so it's this longer lasting energy. And they have potassium, which helps your muscles and helps with that hydration we've been talking about. Plus, they taste like caramel, so that's a really good thing. So I really put those in a lot of my summer fitness foods and fitness snacks because of all of those reasons. So first off, exactly what you said, before a workout, you don't want something super heavy. So what I love are these almond butter crunch dates. You take a date, put some almond butter on there, and a pretzel. And it just works wonders because that date is long-lasting energy. The almond butter gives you a pop of protein, and that pretzel adds salt, which is what we lose when we're sweating. We lose sodium, so it replaces that. I take 2 or 3 of these before I go, and I mean, I'm talking about your bike rides. I'm talking about the pickleball. Whatever you're doing active, that is a great thing to start with. It's energy. But then when you come home, you need something a little bit bigger. So for a post-workout, I really love a caramel apple cottage cheese bowl. And this is great because, you know, cottage cheese has a lot of protein, which your muscles are tired, and they're going to need after a workout, after your fun. And then you cut up some dates on top that taste like the caramel, add some apples, some granola butter, and it's all the nutrients that your body needs after a workout. And it tastes delicious because, you know, nutrition is only nutrition if you eat it. You've got to enjoy this stuff. And then finally, I have an anytime pick-me-up, and this is where extra hydration can come in. I have a date milk iced latte where you take dates and milk and blend them in a blender. And then you mix that with iced coffee. You could use decaf or regular. And it's naturally energizing because, you know, you get that hydration, which is energy. And if you use caffeinated coffee, that caffeine can give you a little boost. And of course, the Medjool dates in there will give you that natural energy. And it's naturally sweet, which, you know, we all want a little pick-me-up like that. And I love that you can freeze it into pops. popsicles and have a super refreshing treat all summer long. That's that date milk iced latte.
Those are great recipes. Now, Dawn, is there any difference in what regular folks should do versus, professional athletes like baseball and soccer players in the summer?
Okay, I think this is what shocks people the most, is that for 10 years, I was with a pro baseball team. And all the nutrition advice that I give those pro players is the same advice that we all need. If you want to stay active, if you want to stay, without injury, if you want to just have more fun and feel good while you're being active, we all need the same sports nutrition.
So if it's good enough for Jose Ramirez, it's good enough for me. That's what I'm going with.
And I say mic drop. Boom, right there. Absolutely.
Dawn, if we want to learn more information, what's the best website?
Be sure to fuel your fun, and you can get Natural Delights Medjool dates on Amazon, or you can use their store locator on naturaldelights.com.
All right, we want to thank Dawn Jackson Blattner for being with us today, and there is more Ohio Sports Magazine straight ahead on the Ohio News Network.
I hope you're ready for all the Jackets talk you can handle. Join us Wednesday night at 7 for the Inside Edge.
Sponsored by Visit Central Florida. Discover the real Florida magic at visitcentralflorida.com.
The Fan.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See? We didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Save big money on your landscaping project at Menards. We're your destination for concrete landscaping blocks. Whether you're installing a patio or adding a new retaining wall, we have the largest in-stock selection ready to take home today. Plus, get free estimates fast using our landscape design program in-store or on Menards.com. Save big on landscape blocks when you shop at Menards. And check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Mark your calendars for Diamond Seller's Wedding Weekend, July 25th and 26th. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Seller. Wedding Weekend is back with incredible offers you won't want to miss. Enjoy buy one, get one half off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and 10% off handcrafted custom bridal. We've had the guaranteed best price and an unmatched selection for over 78 years. Choose a jeweler you can trust and come see us July 25th and 26th at Diamond Seller on Salma Road or at Easton Town Center.
Looking to launch a career in the skilled trades but don't know where to begin? Part-time service in the Ohio Army National Guard can help. You can kickstart your career by enlisting in one of our many trades-based jobs. Get paid to learn these skills and gain on-the-job training when you report to your unit 1 weekend a month or 2 weeks in the summer. To learn how the Guard can pay for your civilian trade certification, visit nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Listen to Financially Fit Radio with Corey Sickles this Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN, covering topics like what you need to know about annuities and how to stay healthy and enjoy retirement. Financially Fit Radio this Saturday at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment? Facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go, almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the
right seat. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Now back to Ohio Sports Magazine on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Jay Fox.
The Cleveland Cavaliers have had a busy start to their summer break, making some key roster moves in preparation for the upcoming season. Tim Alcorn is the radio play-by-play announcer for the Cavs and joins us on Ohio Sports Magazine to break down some of these changes. Welcome back, sir.
Always good to be with you and talking Cavalier basketball. And you're right, there's certainly some things to have a chat about.
Last year, you and I talked in detail about how important Isaac Okoro was to the team, and then he was re-signed. Now, Okoro is headed to the Bulls, and Lonzo Ball is headed to the Cavs. What was the thinking behind this move?
Yeah, a lot to unpack there. Isaac Okoro's value to this Cavalier team can't be understated. He was a tremendous defensive player, and he had made strides at the offensive end. But for the Cavaliers, I think they looked at it from the perspective of how do we improve this basketball team? How do we get to that next level as far as the Eastern Conference? And so Lonzo Ball is available. And listen, when he's healthy, and that's the huge part of this, when he's healthy, he is a terrific player, a big guard, ball handling skills. And so when you look at the playoffs and the trouble that Indiana gave the Cavs with that unrelenting defense, I think they wanted another playmaker. Obviously, DG will be coming off an injury. They expect him back towards the end of training camp. But that being said, you're just not quite sure. So there's an insurance policy with Lonzo Ball. I'm not saying he'll get back to the level he was before the injuries, but he's a terrific addition to this basketball team, and you've got to give up something to get something. And so the Cavaliers, I'm sure it was a difficult decision, parted ways with Isaac Okoro.
Ty Jerome was my guy last season. He was just amazing as a sixth man, but unfortunately he didn't come through in the playoffs, and he's now in Memphis. Was his postseason performance the reason why the Cavs allowed him to leave?
I don't know if you can just say in one fell swoop he had a tough series against Indiana, and so we're going to let Ty walk. I'm not sure that's the case, Jay, but the fact that they brought in Lonzo Ball, and all of a sudden you've got Ball and Jerome, and they re-signed Sam Merrill in that backcourt, and so it created a little bit of a logjam there. And so for Ty Jerome, he was the odd guy out. Listen, nobody loved the play of Ty Jerome more than I did, but you bring in Alonzo Ball. He's a bigger guard, a better ball handler than Ty Jerome, and so I think the Cavs looked at that and said, we'll go with Lonzo Ball here, and Ty Jerome is going to be the odd guy out. But man, what a season. What an incredible year he had for the Cavs last year.
And I'm sure he'll be a starter in Memphis, which is part of his journey. He wanted to be a starter.
Well, we'll see how Memphis plays that. Of course, they've undergone some changes as well. They take Desmond Bane and shoot him down to Orlando. So they're doing some roster restructuring there, and Ty thought it was going to be a great fit for him. So, listen, there's a guy that you wish nothing but the best for. And the same for Isaac Okoro, two genuine, high-character guys that are a positive addition to any team.
Now let's drill down for a minute about the Ty Jerome Sam Merrill controversy. There are people who believe that we should have kept Jerome and let Sam Merrill go. What does Sam Merrill bring to the table that made him the choice to play alongside Alonzo Ball?
Well, you think of Sam Merrill, and you automatically think that three-ball shooting and that outside threat. But Kenny Atkinson talked all year about Sam Merrill at the defensive end of the floor. He really likes Sam Merrill at the defensive end. And again, Sam has a little more size than Ty Jerome. So that may have tipped the scales in Sam's favor. The fact that Kenny really likes him as a defensive player, and again, that outside shooting, Jay, I mean, he can knock down shots, and certainly in today's NBA world, you need a guy that can do that. You need that three-point shooter, and Ty certainly hit some, but that wasn't the primary focus of his game, and so I think that's why you're seeing Sam Merrill on this roster rather than Ty Jerome.
Now, when we think about all of that, and we think about the draft picks that were made, do we feel good about the draft picks, or are these longer-term prospects?
Well, I think Proctor's a terrific pick. They love those guys that have multiple years of college experience. They're just a little more seasoned, and especially in a program like Duke, where you're used to high-pressure basketball. They made it all the way to the championship game. Cooper Flagg with a miss at the end, or they would have been national champions. So, yeah, and again, that insurance factor with the backcourt, DG, you certainly expect him to be healthy and ready to go, but if he isn't, then now you've got Alonzo Ball. You've got a guy that you can develop like Proctor. So I think it was a terrific pick. And, again, he doesn't have to step in right away and be a starter. He can learn the ropes, much like Jalen Tyson did last year.
Clevelanders would love to see LeBron James end his career in Cleveland. Is that even a possibility? And if so, how would that restructure the team both roster-wise and financially?
Wow. Well, that's a complicated question.
It sure is.
Yeah. And listen, if you're the Lakers, we'll start there because that's where it all has to come from. The Lakers are in a really tough spot. They've got to move forward as a franchise with Luka being the face of the franchise and building the team around Luka. And now you've got LeBron James, who basically will end his career as the leader in every basic category there is. And yet he wants to play for a championship right now. And so the Lakers are in this bind of, do you build the team around LeBron to get it to that championship level, knowing you've got the OKCs and the Denvers in the West to fight through, or can you swing a deal to get other guys in for Luka and put LeBron in a situation where he's going to play for a championship? So there's a lot of moving parts there. And then on the flip side, who's the dance partner that's willing to give a lot up for LeBron James? So it's going to be interesting to see how that whole scenario plays itself out. I don't think it's beyond the realm that he will be moved and get out of L.A. The question is, who's willing to give up what the Lakers would want for LeBron James?
As we say in the broadcast business, stay tuned because there's more ahead, right? We got to wait and see.
No doubt. Yeah, no, there's no doubt. I don't think that situation is resolved. I mean, LeBron has signed that deal with the Lakers, so they've got that contract, and that's a whole other part of a trade agreement. So it gets to be a very complicated scenario, but yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. As you just said, Jay, stay tuned.
We want to thank Tim Alcorn, of course, for being with us, and there is more Ohio Sports Magazine straight ahead on the Ohio News Network. Stay tuned indeed.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Hal Jeter, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Your child's teeth and gums need the right food, nutrition, and vitamins to grow strong and stay healthy. Help them maintain good oral health by brushing every morning and night, flossing, visiting the dentist twice a year, and developing good eating habits. As kids head back to school, it's important to know that foods and drinks high in sugar, acidity, and other cavity-promoting substances are often low in nutritional value, and they have the potential to create plaque capable of damaging tooth enamel. A back-to-school dental appointment can diagnose any potential problems and improve your child's oral health. health. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and obtain superior ongoing education and training. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association so you know you are being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit ODA.org.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
Summer is in full swing. If you think you're hot, well, so are your trees. You can help your trees by watering them, especially if they're newly planted. During the hot, dry summer months, your trees could use a water boost. Watering new trees a few times a week will help them survive while they're developing their root system, so don't forget about them. To find out more about watering trees or to find a certified arborist near you, go to treesforohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Now back to Ohio Sports Magazine on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Jay Fox.
The Columbus Blue Jackets came within inches of making the postseason this year, but unfortunately fell short. They were arguably the best team in the NHL right before the playoff. And for most of the season, unfortunately, the team played under a cloud of grief. Dylan Tyrer is the radio play-by-play announcer for the Jackets and joins us now on OSM to talk about the draft and roster moves in advance of the new season. How are you, my friend?
I am great, Jay. Happy to be with you. And I know we're not quite there. We're not quite at hockey season yet, but after the draft and free agency, I am excited for it.
Let me tell you something, my friend. Nothing would please me more than being on the ice in this 90-degree weather, okay?
No, you're right about that. We had development camp recently at Nationwide Arena. The ice was in. It was nice to be in that cold environment. That is for sure.
How critical was the re-signing of Dante Fabro and Ivan Provorov? Did I get that right?
Yep, you nailed both of them there. I would say Dante Fabro, it's big to have Fabro back for the Blue Jackets. It's big to have Ivan Provorov back. Number one, there just wasn't a whole lot out there free agency-wise when it came to defensemen. So the Blue Jackets wanted to get the guys they had on the roster back on the roster, and they were able to do so successfully. Dante Fabro fit in very, very nicely next to Zach Werenski playing on the Blue Jackets' top pair. I mean, Zach's game really exploded when the Blue Jackets acquired Dante Fabro. They actually picked him up off waivers from the Nashville Predators. Almost unbelievable given the way he played the remainder of the season. But Zach's game really took off playing next to Fabro, so you wanted him back. They got that done. And Ivan Provorov is just a steady presence on that back end for the Blue Jackets. He's a guy that plays every single game, what feels like every single season. His reliability is maybe his number one trait. And on top of that, he's just a solid defenseman. He can do a little bit of everything. He chips in offensively. He's a good puck mover. He's solid defensively, so just a good guy to have back in the mix for the Blue Jackets. So I would say a job well done by Don Waddell. He got done what he wanted to get done when it came to re-signing those guys, keeping them on the roster. So I think the Blue Jackets are pretty happy with their back end going into the season.
Now we have new faces, too. Charlie Coyle, Miles Wood, Isaac Lundstrom. What do they bring to the Jackets this year?
Yeah, I think each of those three guys really helps to solidify the Blue Jackets' bottom six. You know, your top six is more so known for the skill and the speed. The bottom six may be a little mixture of some skill, some speed, but also that bruising defensive hockey that's so important when it comes to playoff time. You know, Miles Wood is one of the fastest straight-line skaters in the National Hockey League, a good forechecker. You pair him with Matthew Olivier and whoever plays in the middle potentially, that could be a great forechecking line that wears the other team down. I'm excited for that. Charlie Coyle is a guy who's approaching 1,000 games in his NHL career. He's never missed the playoffs, so that's a way of saying he's been there before. He's got lots of experience, and he's kind of a do-it-all guy. He can play up and down a lineup. He can play in the middle. He can play on the wing. He's right around, 45, 50, 55-point player. So that's what you're going to expect, right around 20 goals, 30 assists from Charlie Coyle. So another player that has some offense. Charlie Coyle just does everything well. That's kind of the MO for him. It's not like he's a superstar by any means, but he does a lot of things, and he does a lot of things well. So a nice kind of utility piece to have in the lineup for the Blue Jackets. I expect him to play on the third line, likely down the middle. And as far as it goes with Isaac Lundstrom, they acquire him via free agency. He began his career with the Anaheim Ducks, where he was a late first-round pick. He flashed maybe a little bit more offense than he's shown in the rest of his career. His rookie year, he had that offense. Not so much the last few years, but he is a very reliable two-way center, a guy that's going to do a lot for the Blue Jackets defensively. Analytically, he took a lot of his face-offs last year. A lot of his zone starts were in the defensive zone for Anaheim. I expect that's not going to be the case nearly as much with the Blue Jackets. He's not going to have to start in the D zone all the time, so I'd expect a little bit more offense from him this coming season. It's tough to say so far because we haven't been able to see him on the ice with the Blue Jackets, but just a prediction from me there. He started in the D zone so frequently with Anaheim that I expect some of the numbers to get better for Lundstrom as a Blue Jacket.
How did the team fare in the draft? We had 8 selections, including a guy I like by the name of Jackson Smith. He's a defender. Who are you most excited about?
Well, it's tough not to be most excited by Jackson Smith, but the Blue Jackets did have 2 first-round picks. Smith went 14th overall. He's a big defenseman who can really skate. He's going to be playing at Penn State next season, so I know Blue Jackets fans are excited about that, a guy in the Big Ten that you get to see. But I'm going to go with the 20th overall pick, goaltender Pyotr Andrianov, big netminder out of Russia. He is very, very athletic. He's, between 6 feet and 6'2". We're not quite sure on that. Some outlets have different heights listed for Andrianov, which I guess some people consider undersized. I mean, if he's over 6 feet, he's fine in the NHL, but he's a very, very athletic goalie. From everything I've heard, guys gravitate towards him. He's got a good personality. It's going to be a while before he's over with the Blue Jackets, but always good to have a highly touted Russian goaltender in the pipeline. Blue Jackets coaches and management have compared him to Sergei Bobrovsky, that he reminds them a lot of Sergei Bobrovsky in his playing style. So I think that sounds pretty good to me. I'm excited about Andrianov.
So we have, going into this new season, we have a deeper bench. We have a more solid team. We have better prospects. Is it fair to say that this year's team will be better than last year?
Well, you can never say that going into a season, but that is the goal, right? The Blue Jackets have another year of experience under head coach Dean Evason. They're more comfortable, more familiar with the way that they need to play. Their expectations now, there's a standard in this team now that they want to live up to what they were able to do last season and, of course, exceed what they were able to do last season. They want to make the playoffs this year. I would say on paper, the hockey team is better.
All right, we want to thank Dylan Tyrer, and there is more Ohio Sports Magazine right around the corner on the Ohio News Network.
Common Man and Timmy.
I've been stung by everything. I've been bitten by everything else. The last thing for me is for a great white shark to bite me in half.
Common Man and Timmy Afternoons on the Fan is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports.
Make back to school a good deal better with school supplies and essentials for $1 or less at Meijer. Stock up on 24-count Crayola crayons and Elmer's 4-ounce washable school glue for 50 cents each. Crayola 10-count markers for $1. And Meijer 70-sheet notebooks are 45 cents each. Heading back to school with what you need to succeed. That's the good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat fan drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station or buy online. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Back to Hollywood Casino Columbus and the ESPN Bet Sportsbook for an all-star game celebration and watch party. When? Tuesday, July 15th. Compete in our home run derby at 7 o'clock for a chance to win an incredible experience at an upcoming Reds game, plus a $250 gift card. So join On the Money's Dave Biddle and me, Scotty Vegas. Compete to win at 7 and enjoy the all-star game at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at 8. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Lindsay Automotive is Central Ohio's big certified pre-owned outlet. LindsayCertified.com makes it easy to find the right car at the right price. All models include certified warranties and inspections, new car financing, and more.
Up to 1,000 pre-owned to choose from.
No matter what kind of vehicle you're looking for, Lindsay has it. Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. You love the shopping experience, whether online or in person.
Shop LindsayCertified.com.
At United Dairy Farmers, Peach is our most popular ice cream. And once you taste it, you'll know why. Right now, get 2 48-ounce cartons of UDF Peach ice cream for $10. It's only here for a short time. UDF Peach ice cream, made for you.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Temperatures dip into the low 70s for early Sunday, then back into the upper 80s with a partly cloudy sky Sunday afternoon and a few isolated showers possible. I'm meteorologist Mike Joyce on 97.1 The Fan.
The sound of Paul Keels calling a Buckeye game is erotic.
Oh, yes.
Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is ONN.
We're just north of 40 days away from the start of the college football season. As of July 1st of this year, Division I schools can share a portion of their athletic department revenue up to $20 million with their student athletes. Many programs are expected to share the bulk of that money with their football players. That revenue sharing, along with NIL opportunities, has some players earning more than 6 figures per season. NFL Hall of Famer Deion Sanders is the current head coach of the University of Colorado. He spoke to reporters earlier this week at Big 12 Football Media Days in Dallas, Texas. Coach Coach Sanders says college football now needs to adopt an NFL-style salary cap where schools would be limited to spending up to a certain amount on players for their football programs. Paul Feinbaum covers college football for ESPN. He joined myself and Ryan Baker earlier this week on ONN affiliate WBNS FM in Columbus. Paul says Deion is just trying to make excuses for his team's lack of winning on the field.
It certainly shouldn't surprise anyone that Deion Sanders is being hypocritical about something, because he's the one that came into college football all about the player, and they should make what they're worth. Of course, he had the most valuable commodity in sports last year in Travis Hunter, and his own son wasn't too bad. So, I mean, what Deion does is what he always does. He changes the rules as he goes along. He's got a very mediocre team. So he's trying to level the playing field.
Paul, with that being said, though, do you think that's where we're heading? Are we going to end up with a salary cap type system in college football?
Well, I know some people in Congress, namely the Tommy Tuberville, the former coach, would like to put a cap on players, but I don't think it would ever pass. Because remember, to get something through Congress, it's got to go through both houses of Congress, the Senate and the House of Representatives. And in the Senate, you need 60 votes, and that will never happen. So I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, at some point, college football will resemble the NFL, but there's still a reluctance, as you guys well know, for college football to admit that these are actually something other than quote unquote student athletes. We know that's a crock, but they're still called that, and to go to what the NFL model is, which is collective bargaining and a cap, I think is still a few years away.
Paul, you'd heard a couple of Big 12 coaches over the past 2 days say they don't know what the rules are when it comes to NIL and when it comes to this Deloitte clearinghouse. Has there been any, to your knowledge, clarification into what rules people are supposed to be playing by?
No. And listen, this has been true now for about 3 years. And the reason why you don't know the rules is it's not that back 20 years ago or 10 years ago, if you gave a player something, you knew you were breaking the rules. You weren't sure to what degree. Now everybody is breaking the rules. It's a matter of how far can you go, to what extent can you go over the $20.5 million, and how can you do it without causing the most attention. So, yeah, I mean, they're being very transparent down there in Texas this week. But I'm sure you'll get similar answers next week when the SEC and the ACC and ultimately the Big Ten meet.
Paul, we heard Brett Yormark 2 days ago stumping for the 5+11 playoff model that we know Brent Sankey and the SEC are in favor for. Is that something, though, where Brett Yormark should be careful what he wishes for?
Yeah, I think that's a very slippery slope for them. And it was much like the ACC last year, which snuck an extra team in because of the upset with Clemson over SMU. And, first of all, this is the last time we'll hear from Brett Yormark for a while because nobody is really going to care. The show is all about the SEC and the Big Ten. And I think the most interesting moment this summer is going to come Monday morning at 9 a.m. when Greg Sankey gives his State of the Union address. And the reason why I say that is this the perceived break between him and Tony Petitti of the Big Ten true? I don't really believe it is. I think even Sankey was caught off guard at SEC spring meetings when his coaches revolted against the Big Ten model. But knowing Sankey, he treasures that relationship with Petitti. They can disagree. They have different interests, but ultimately he knows that the Big Ten SEC as one unit is all that matters in college football. And then the Brett Yormarks and the Jim Phillips, who was the ACC commissioner, and all the other commissioners, you can put them in a tub and they still don't amount to anything.
Paul Feinbaum, our guest, is in for a wild week, I think, Paul, next week at SEC Media Days that start Monday in Atlanta. We'll get to some important issues that face the conference and college football as a whole in a minute here, but is 11 rounds of golf in the month of June too much for a college football coach?
It is, and what you're talking about is Hugh Freeze. And by the way, I used to play golf. I don't anymore. So if you're a good golfer, when you finish the round, whether you're at the local public course or a private course, you record your score. That's how you keep a handicap. So if you're Hugh Freeze and you're already under fire because you've done a miserable job for 2 consecutive years, and you're getting your head handed to you in recruiting, especially by your cross-state rival, why would you file 11 different scores and perhaps even more when he had to rush out to go maybe recruit somebody? And then the other day, as I know you guys saw, he won some tournament and incredibly, stupidly, I might add, if I can make up a word, posted the picture of which Lane Kiffin immediately trolled him. So that has been the talk of the summer in the SEC is how bad does Hugh Freeze look?
We'll be back with more Ohio Sports Magazine next on the Ohio News Network.
After an audit of our programming, the suits here at The Fan decided we needed more baseball. And that common man is stupid. Good news. We fixed one of those problems. Catch the Reds on The Fan all season long. Yay, baseball.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
July 13th, a day for Reds to hit home runs in the All-Star Game. It happened in 3 different years, 1954, 1976, and 1982. On July 13th, 1954, Ted Kluszewski became the first Red to hit a home run in an All-Star Game, and later in the same game, his teammate Gus Bell also homered. Then on July 13th, 1976, George Foster homered off Catfish Hunter to lead the NL to victory and earn for Foster the MVP award. And on July 13th, 1982, Dave Concepcion won the MVP with a 2-run homer off Dennis Eckersley. A day for the Reds to shine in the All-Star Game this July 13th, this date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line, $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement, $999.99 and qualifying forwarded. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card below 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
Hey, it's Austin Ward. Just heard Brandon Beam bragging about finally beating me in golf. Cute story. Let's set the record straight. I lost my 50 pounds with a Wicked 180 first. Brandon saw my results, heard about my golf game, and thought, hey, I better do that too. Sure, Beam had some decent drives last weekend, but who carried the team when the shots really mattered? If your goal is to walk 18, drop 5 pant sizes, reduce your medications, just do exactly what I did. First, choose the solution for weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Trip. This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Hey, it's Anthony for Orthopedic One. I'm not invincible anymore. I never was, but I refuse to punt on things I still love to do. That's why over the past several years, when I've had things creep up, like back pain, shoulder issue, elbow problem, I've had it all, I've always chosen Orthopedic One. That's because Orthopedic One is Ohio's largest physician-owned orthopedic practice with 60 physicians in every specialty. Find a physician or location near you at orthopedic1.com. Orthopedic One. This is where you go to get better.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
This is ONN.
We had some exciting news for the Cincinnati Reds this week and some not so exciting news. Jeff Carr of the Locked On Reds podcast is joining us to talk about it all. And Jeff, let's start with that exciting news. Elly De La Cruz named an All-Star for the second time in his young career. Sometimes it's hard to remember that this kid's just 23.
It's funny because Elly is a guy that it seems like we have astronomical expectations for, and he is every bit as good as what we think he could be. It's just we keep expecting him to exceed our already lofty expectations. So whenever he does something that is sort of mid, not even bad, we're like, oh my gosh, here we go. But honestly, he has gotten so much better. I've been watching him and the trends with his statistics this year. Like his strikeout rate is down again year over year. Like ever since he was a rookie, it has really come down almost 10%. And then we're looking at his walk rate. It's gone up year over year, every single year since he's a rookie. And now he's done this amazing thing where there's typically a statistic that correlates with how well a guy's batting average is going to look, and that's called batting average on balls in play. Usually when it's higher, his batting average is higher. That's actually lower this year. His BABIP, as they call it for short, is lower than it was last year, but his average is almost 20 or 30 points higher than where it was. He has just been so efficiently good that we're like, yeah, no, that's Elly. It seems as though if he is good, that's just like, yeah, we expect it now.
And you mentioned his numbers just getting better and better, his power numbers up this year and his average. The sky's the limit for this guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about he's on pace for over 30 home runs, on pace for over 100 RBIs, and I think a lot of folks were expecting him to be a 50 or 60 steal guy, and he's not quite on pace for that. He's really focused a lot more on his hitting this year. They were not. Nobody was expecting this as far as like his production at the plate. We all thought it could happen, but I don't know that we expected it to be this quick. I mean, he has made the kind of changes, and this is something that he's done all throughout his minor league career as well, where it's like you put a challenge in front of him, he doesn't only meet that challenge, he absolutely obliterates that, and that's what we're seeing.
Unfortunately, Elly, the only Red named to the All-Star game. Some people talked about TJ Friedl a little bit. I think most people thought Andrew Abbott was going to get there. A little disappointing that he didn't get named.
Yeah, and my thought on it is he could still make it with an injury or two. I think Chris Sale is dealing with an injury there for Atlanta, but you might still see that appointment. I thought he deserved an initial appointment, not a, oh yeah, by the way, somebody's hurt, you come on over too. You can be an all-star. Like he deserved to be in a first-run all-star type of dude because I think that he's better than a couple of different guys on the roster right now, but he has just had such great quality outings to begin this season. He hasn't pitched as much as some of the guys who are going to be in the All-Star game in Atlanta, but his quality has been every bit as good. In fact, there's one dude in particular, Matt Boyd from the Cubs, who has almost half the amount of wins above replacement as Andrew Abbott does, and he's thrown 15 more innings than Abbott has. So that's a cumulative stat that Abbott should be lesser than Boyd in, but he's almost twice as good as him. That's just how good he's been, and it kind of feels like a big omission that they're leaving him out of it.
Hunter Greene was scheduled to make a rehab start Tuesday night in Columbus for the Louisville Bats. He got pulled from that as he had a little setback in his recovery from his groin injury. What can you tell us about Hunter Greene and what's going on with him?
Yeah, that was a very big bummer to hear because he is feeling tightness in the same area where the initial injury occurred, there in his groin. And so it's more of the same. And it's been reported multiple times that, they have gotten so many different opinions, and all of the opinions are pointing to the exact same thing that, yeah, it's a strain. It's nothing too crazy, but it just continually seems to plague him, and he cannot seem to get rid of it. And that's kind of the concerning part about this, is not that it's a very egregious injury that may require surgery. It's that it's this soft tissue injury to his groin muscle that is just constantly being a problem for him. And honestly, if he pushes it too hard, too fast, it could become much more egregious. So you want to avoid that. But I'm sure for him, it feels as though, yeah, I'm probably like a day or two away from being good to go. And then all of a sudden, a day or two happens and he's not ready to go. And so I think as much as it's frustrating for fans to be like, man, we can't wait for him to get back on the mound, I'm sure it's far more frustrating for him to be going through this right now because it doesn't seem as if there's any other answer than to give it time. And that's just the most annoying thing in the world.
Hopefully for all of us Reds fans, we'll see Hunter Green healthy and on the mound again, and the Reds hopefully pushing for a playoff spot. Jeff Carr of the Locked On Reds podcast, thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate you, Ryan. Go Reds.
More of the Ohio Sports Magazine on the Ohio News Network next.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Hal Jeter, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Your child's teeth and gums need the right food, nutrition, and vitamins to grow strong and stay healthy. Help them maintain good oral health by brushing every morning and night, flossing, visiting the dentist twice a year, and developing good eating habits. As kids head back to school, it's important to know that foods and drinks high in sugar, acidity, and other cavity-promoting substances are often low in nutritional value, and they have the potential to create plaque capable of damaging tooth enamel. A back-to-school dental appointment can diagnose any potential problems and improve your child's oral health. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and obtain superior ongoing education and training. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association so you know you are being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit ODA.org.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
Summer is in full swing. If you think you're hot, well, so are your trees. You can help your trees by watering them, especially if they're newly planted. During the hot, dry summer months, your trees could use a water boost. Watering new trees a few times a week will help them survive while they're developing their root system, so don't forget about them. To find out more about watering trees or to find a certified arborist near you, go to treesforohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
The Fan. Ohio sports destination. Now back to Ohio Sports Magazine on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Jay Fox.
Now, let's get some highlights from the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Here's producer Colin Behringer to set the scene.
Thanks, Jay. This week on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, Guardians reporter for The Athletic, Zach Meisel, joins the show to discuss Cleveland's disappointing 2025 season.
Sometimes I want to start with the players and just say that these guys aren't playing up to their potential. And then I'm like, look who we're talking about. And then I think about the manager maybe not putting players in the best positions to succeed. And then I'm like, well, look at the players he's given. And so then it's, okay, should I yell about the front office and all the misfires that they've had and how they spent the money that they were given in free agency on Sewald and Junis and Hedges and Santana and Bieber? And then I think about how perfect they have to be year after year because of ownership, and everything comes back to ownership. The point is there's just everybody to blame. It's a complete organizational failure of a season. It's one that I think a lot of fans honestly aren't shocked by. Like that's the issue is you, and I feel like a broken record at this point. This team was 3 wins away from the World Series, and no one is that shocked by a colossal losing streak in the middle of the season.
To catch the full breakdown, just search the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show on YouTube, subscribe to their page, and enjoy daily content covering all things Cleveland sports. We'll be back to wrap up this week's Ohio Sports Magazine when we continue on the Ohio News Network.
Rothman and Ice.
When you have a star player, you commit to him and you worry about everything down the road. You do everything you can to capitalize on this window of time that you have.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
Listen to Financially Fit Radio with Corey Sickles this Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN, covering topics like what you need to know about annuities and how to stay healthy and enjoy retirement. Financially Fit Radio this Saturday at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, save big on Heritage Farm boneless chicken breasts. They're only $2.49 a pound with your card. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Get Eco.
ECO. Aaron, you know that complete HVAC system we sell for $12,000?
Yeah, it's for homes that are 1,600 square feet or less.
How big is 1,600 square feet?
3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Those homes are what America is made of.
Get Eco.
ECO. Other companies are charging $15,000 to $18,000 for that same system.
Yeah, I know.
And if your family doesn't need a new furnace, Eco will replace the AC component for just $8,500. Why are we doing this?
Nurses, police officers, office workers, firefighters, and school teachers live in those houses, Jerry.
The people that America is made of live in the houses that America is made of.
We're just doing what we can to restore balance to the universe, Jerry.
Get Eco.
ECO. When a person is doing well, they're making money. But when they're doing good, they're helping others.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
We're bringing balance to the universe.
Go to geteco.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
You had a solid retirement dream. Sell your home in a few years, bank the equity, downsize, and travel. But with an unpredictable economy and the future feeling uncertain, you're wondering if that equity will still be there when you're ready. What if you could bank that equity right now? With Truehold, you can sell your home for its current value, so you can access your equity today. You can bank the cash now and stay in the home you love with an easy standard lease. Truehold even covers property taxes, insurance, and repairs. And since Truehold hands over your equity in cash now, it's yours to do whatever you'd like. Don't let a shifting economy put your hard-earned equity at risk. Visit Truehold.com and receive their competitive offer on your home in just 48 hours, based on its current value, not what's coming. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
At United Dairy Farmers, peach is our most popular ice cream. And once you taste it, you'll know why. Right now, get 2 48-ounce cartons of UDF peach ice cream for $10. It's only here for a short time. UDF peach ice cream, made for you.
Bo Bishop is a media legend. We have no idea where the other guys came from. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Now back to Ohio Sports Magazine on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Jay Fox.
We want to thank Dylan Tyrer from the Columbus Blue Jackets, Tim Alcorn from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Dawn Jackson Blattner for being guests on this week's Ohio Sports Magazine. Thanks to all of our Locked On podcast contributors this week as well. For Colin Behringer, Eric Reeser, and Ryan Baker, I'm Jay Fox. Thanks for listening to Ohio Sports Magazine, and join us next week right here on the Ohio News Network.